Yo, you guys, me, Skill-Based Aquatics here, and in front of us we have a 40 breeder that has changed like the winds. It has had African cichlids in it, it's had goldfish in it, it still has a goldfish in it, it's had larger cichlids in it, it's had frogs in it, it's had everything in it. And its current journey is native, quite native in fact. This is my stand-in native tank. And yeah, let's check it out. So starting off, we're gonna go with the non-native inhabitant of the tank. It's the native tank, and we're starting with the thing that isn't native. Let's go. This little goldfish here, which isn't gonna focus. Sorry, it's really cloudy. Just did a water change after a big feeding, so yeah. There he is. That's a little better focus on him. You gonna do that? Not really? Didn't think so. So yeah, I'm gonna grow him out so he's big enough to go in the pond. All the other goldfish and all the koi and all that, they're already in the pond. But him, I'm gonna let him grow out a little bit. I've got a bunch of round nose minnows in here. And I got those just at a bait store, but they are native to Georgia, so it works out. But those probably aren't gonna last very long in this tank because of another inhabitant, I guess. Next up, and he's gonna dart away, in there is a little log perch, which is a species of darter. I caught him in my cast net, and I caught his little friend over here as well in the cast net, and it's not gonna focus. It's gonna focus on the bigger fish, which I guess we get to move on to right now. See if I can get a top view of him. Did he move? What? Okay, I guess he didn't move, he's just standing really still. That little guy is about a 3 or 4 inch black crappie. He was in my friend's pond. I pulled him in, kept him. He's the stand-in wet pet right now. He needs a name, so if you would like a name to name him, go ahead. He's the reason that my round-nosed minnows are not going to last in this tank, because he's going to consume them. There were originally like 9 or 10. Now there's like 5 or 6, so he's already made work of them, and that was today. This little guy is well, kind of, there we go, is a bluegill, and I didn't know what it was because he was so small, but one of my good friends, you shut up, air filter thing, one of my good friends ID'd him for me and said, hey, he's just a little bluegill. So I got this little bluegill here. And then lastly, I've got this little painted turtle. Yes, I know they need a hot spot and all that good stuff. He'll be moving out to the pond soon, or he'll be moving into the turtle tank, but that's all, I don't know, it's all sketch where he's actually gonna move, but he'll eventually move there. Plans for this tank, if I decide to keep it, then I will clear out the 100-gallon of turtles, because they're not my turtles, they're my friend's turtles. So I'll clear out all the turtles eventually, and hopefully set up a cool little native tank, mainly with crappie, because I really like crappie. They have great coloration, they have cool attitudes, a few bluegill, and maybe a rock bass, something like that. Same thing, plants all around, rocks, logs, similar to that, just in a much larger scale. The turtle, of course, is going to the pond in the long run. So yeah, this is pretty much it. Not much to it. I want to add more to it, more minnows, some shiners, things like that. But some of those things are going to have to wait until I can move it to the 110. But other than that, this is it. Just a 40 breeder, quote-unquote, native tank. My favorite fish, though, it has to be 100% this crappie, or crappie, however you say it. I say it crappie because no one likes eating a crappie fish. I pulled him in, he was too small to eat, so it was just like, alright, cool, you're mine now. And he is just a cool fish to watch. He's an ambush hunter, and you can easily tell it. He'll just sit back in the rock over here, the fish won't even notice him, and then boom, gets him. In fact, I had 3 or 4 shiners in this tank to start with him, and as you can see, there are no more shiners, and that was all because of him. He took them out. Alright guys, this has been your main man, Scale-Based Aquatics, giving y'all a little look at my native tank 40 breeder. Give me some suggestions, give me some tips, give me some whatever you want to give me. I hope you enjoyed this video, because I enjoyed making it. I haven't made a talking video in a minute, so here is one. And this has been your main man, Scale-Based Aquatics, giving y'all another video. Holla!